Happy Janmashtami and Happy Independence Day to all my fellow Indians. I'm Dr. Manjula Batra and I'm going to present my favorite poem, The Reincarnation, from my book, The Peacock Plume, Nar and Narayan. The poem, The Reincarnation, is based on the story of Krishna's birth. Lord Krishna, the eighth avatar of God Vishnu, is worshipped as the supreme god in Hinduism. It is believed that Lord Vishnu, because of his association with water, is depicted blue. Therefore, all his incarnations, including Krishna, are shown as such. In Sanatana Dharma, those who have the depth of character and capacity to fight evil are depicted as blue skinned. यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानम् अधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम् परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे. Whenever there is decay of righteousness, O Bharata, and there is exaltation of unrighteousness, then I myself come forth for the protection of the good, for the destruction of evildoers, for the sake of firmly establishing righteousness. I am born from age to age. This is the literal translation of the Sanskrit shloka recited by Lord Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita when he is talking to Arjuna about his manifestation into this world. Here goes my poem, The Reincarnation. Your galore, my earth did sow, some tyrant did it rule. Thought was God, evil as trod, sinned atrocious fool. Man tormented, writhed in anguish, cried in piteous pain. Lord, show grace, I heard and promised, wait, will come again. Doomed be thou, O king, one day, thy sister's son shall slay. Thundering heavens incognito, began I well my play. Froze with fear that vicious Kansa, instant went to allay. Fool knew not I ruled the world, he was mortal clay. Stood with sword to kill his sister, Vasudev fell on knee. Kill her not, surrender shall my children all to thee. Captive did he make his sister, arrested her with groom, bound in chains of iron contented, imprisoned doom. Putting his fear at rest this way, evil king glad in heart, amused I smiled, conceit of man, done with his own dart. Cries heart-rending, dungeon dark, crimson walls in blood. Satan, deaf to screams and wails, tender petals crushed. Hence he went on slaying those saplings, sinless all and pure. Hence he went on slaying those saplings, sinless all and pure. Deep in fear, ate nor he slept, for years 9 found no cure. Knew he not, I watched and waited, till full pot his filled. His sins on earth a burden such, to free he must be killed. I came to birth as offspring 8, my 7 siblings slain. The tyrant trod the path to Nemesis, doom hellfire bane. Dusk gave way, soon dreadful dark, denizens saw unseen. Mother in terror, piteous wept, nature joined to keen. Darkest of the nights it was, I chose for human form, earth lit up with flash of lightning, swept in rain and storm. Winds as howled in anger, shrieking skies at split in wrath. Sudden did silence, pin drop fall, I was on my path. A shrill cry broke the silence pensive. I took birth, came on earth. Tears welled up in Baba's eyes, but laughed in joy and mirth. Sank in mud and water land, in flood did river swell. My light divine, dazzling lit the dark and gloom of hell. Baba saw mesmerized, mother just fainted at the sight. The oracle spoke in sphere converging, bright divine light. Across the river Yamuna ye to Gokul take this child, the kingdom ruled by Nanda king, friend true world so wild. A girl child to this king is born, change her for thy son. Ere the tyrant comes to know, take him fast, go run. Baba stood a moment rooted, grasping, smiled in glee, scurried and hurried to check the gates, seeking ways to flee. 100 soldiers waiting out. How to save this child? Peeping out, amazing sight, gods in slumber wild. Baba stunned, saw doors all break free, open instant wide. Rusty chains of iron fell off, no longer was he tied. Countless thoughts as fireflies dancing, trying to alight, gathered wits then, praying he said to brave that stormy night. I shall stake my life, my boy, divine be safe and sound. Let me take him to my friend, long time loyal found. He picked me in his arms with love, thinking how to hide divine commands from heaven's ruling. Baba had to abide. My form blue in dark radiant looked. An idea did then strike, picked then from the dingy corner a basket he did like. Holding high on head his treasure, Baba turned to leave. Frozen heart, with fear, trepidation, trembling sighs did heave. Torrents lashed like stones, in mud he dragged his squelching feet. Reaching Yamuna, stopped in fix, flood swirling to beat. Seething, boiling, river wide, devouring seemed alive. Gazed awhile at infant, halted, hesitating did dive. Held the basket high on arms, water rising fast. Undeterred, yet went he wading through the river vast. Out of wits, so scared at first, saw when serpent huge raise its hood, umbrella like, shading from deluge. Canopy huge, of Vishnu Lord, knew than God of snakes. Incarnated Lord himself, so roof hood raising makes. I saw my Baba's neck immersing underwater just, smiled, new river rose to touch my feet as cloud did burst. Giggling, stretched, I dangled feet to let the river touch. Water rose. The brook was bubbling. Deep her love was such. The instant river bathed my feet subsided, calm and quiet. Easy Yamuna, Baba crossed, ink dark past midnight. Fast asleep, reposing Gokul, sighted palace gate. No fear of thieves, so doors kept open. Fair King was my mate. Reaching then he met his friend, who greeted him did speak. Nanda hugged with love his friend, both did laugh, did weep. The sight of newborn fed the eyes of friends, they thanked the Lord. Safe was Saviour of this world to blunt the tyrant's sword. Yet as Baba made to leave, his friend gave call to stall. Empty hands, dear, can't he leave? Spring is born, not fall. Going inside, he came back carrying squirming girl so small. Tears in eyes, he kissed newborn, then gave paling, stood tall. My papa looked at angel face, eyes lit pensive sat. How to thank ye, O my friend? Some way I wish I had. Goodbye, my son, said, then left me with my father new. He held me as if treasure of this world he held, he knew. With Nanda's daughter in his arms, Sheshnaga too did aid. Baba entered dungeon dark, day dawned, night did fade. Laying that girl by sleeping Devki's side, he heaved a sigh. Floor stone hard, soft the child, face red, shrill her cry. Clank! That instant closed the doors, woke the guards from sleep, stood, came forward through the doors, locked they did, look peep. Aha! The boy is born! They cried in unison, then did rush. The king would sure reward us, shouting, glee on faces flush. Out of swoon, Ma Devki soon saw girl born, not a son. Safe this child, relieved she sighed, knew not aught what was done. Eighth child, tyrant trembled wild, as if flame in wind, terrified, masking yet his fears in rage. Stop his breath, loud he cried. Quaking guards of palace paled, saw as devil face distorted. Where is he? Cell walls resounded. Furious mouth, fuming contorted. Mother exhorted, stop, I beg. Why such fury? Why this slaughter? Oracle spake, my boy would kill. Mercy, leave, slay not my daughter. Let her live, thy only niece. She keened, but tyrant, deaf and blind. Cruel king loved, just life his own. No intent to relent, be kind. His nemesis goading, boy shall slay, predictions such. But fool forgot, his senses clouded. Kill her must. Won't I live if kill her not? Frenzied, mad, seizing, snatched the sinless girl from Devki's lap and hurled in violence on the wall. Lo, she slipped out with a snap out of tyrant's hands, then flew up, hung in air as if suspended, shell shocked, wide eyed. All did witness, light and dark, how beauteous. Kansa instant turned his face, covered with hands, such blinding light. As the light subsided, form ferocious took the girl so bright. The eight-armed form of goddess Durga rose above that vicious head. She looked divine and terrible, Shakti awe-inspiring, dressed in red. Glimmering garments, glittering jewels, riding lion, glaring vibrant, holding scorn in glinty gaze, hard she fixed her eyes at tyrant. Forced to on this earth nor heaven can touch me, kill me, fool. I'm Kali, Amba, Gayatri and Gauri. No, I rule. Born and safe thy slayer alive, shapes thy destiny deadly no. He will come short, sinner to slay ye, left few days just, count to go. Leaving Kansa terror stricken, goddess vanished out of sight, narrated Baba all that happened, son safe told his wife at night. At night. Mother happy, yet so afraid. Save him, Lord, prayed Kansa, callous. Meanwhile, great jubilation in Gokul, rejoicing Nanda palace. The cowherd tribes, all radiant, joyous, grinned from ear to ear, did sing, born a baby, boy to Nanda, looks divine, much joy does bring. Adorned, embellished streets and lanes, decked up hamlet, cottage each, light and laughter all around, flowers fragrant, pink and peach. The palace wore a festive look, denizens did to Nanda flock, keen to see the baby boy, when saw just lingered, longed to gawk. The news did spread like fire wild. Ah, twinkling eyes, such glorious child! His dark blue hue, like monsoon cloud, enthralled, bewitched, his smile beguiled. Cried he not, just giggled and wiggled, held in mouth pink his big toe. Yashoda crooned with love, my moon, how shall keep ye safe from woe? So I came in mortal world, slayer of sin was Krishna named. Arjuna found charioteer in me, eternal love of Radha famed. Arjuna found charioteer in me, eternal love of Radha famed. Thank you. May Lord Krishna bestow upon each one of you his choicest blessings. Jai Shri Krishna.